Hey, you guys, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Lots of love and many blessings your way. If you're not new to my channel, you know I have a cousin that's a journalist. He's been a journalist for 28 years, and he's really good at what he does. In fact, he's the one that taught me, most of everything I know about digging things up. That being said, I had lunch with him a few days ago, and I asked him in his professional opinion, why did Meghan happen so fast? And he just explained things in a way that I've always sort of had in the back of my mind. But if it wasn't her, it was going to be somebody else with a quickness. And here's why. The royal family are masters of distraction. They're deceitful. They're just flat out liars. That's what they are. They're not even human, if you want to know the truth. And that's another video for another day, or you can go back and look at my old stuff. That being said, they've put a lot of pressure on Harry throughout the years. They wanted numbers to be back as to what they were when Princess Diana was in the family before she got killed. And she was definitely killed. Harry, being the most loved of the two brothers by the sight of the average person, in their hearts, the pressure was all his. When Kate became a member of the family, yes, the numbers rose, the popularity shot up a bit, and it stayed there a little while. But William not being loved like Harry, it just made better sense for Harry to take a bride. And they really relied on his becoming married to bolster the ratings of the family, as well as modernize the monarchy. He was seeing two other women aside from Meghan at the same time. The first one he was seeing was named Cressida Bonus. In fact, he had actually dated her throughout the years, on and off. So he had sat her down one day, I guess, and asked her how her plans looked for the future. Did she see herself married and with children in the near future? And she said no, that she didn't feel like getting, strapped down to that lifestyle in her 20s. Well, he asked the next one, Sarah Ann Macklin. And he asked her, how do you feel about your near future? Do you have plans of getting married or having children? And she also shot him down, explaining to him that she was in love with her ex, David Gandy. In fact, I believe they're together this day. So he moves on to Meghan. And so he asked Meghan, how do you feel about, what's your future look like? Do you plan on ever getting married again? Do you have children? Or would you like to have children, rather? And of course, she told him everything he wanted to hear. And that's the one he jumped on. He asked her for her hand in marriage. The very next day, after the engagement interview televised, it is said that Cressida Bonus stuck on her Instagram an encrypted message to Harry. It sounds like she's talking about Meghan to me. I will never know unless she herself tells me, but doesn't it seem like she's talking to Meghan? So by him getting married, it modernized the monarchy. It rose the numbers up a bit. And in the beginning of all of this, it seems to, his popularity was it was normal. Everything was fine. The only stipulation that the people had with Meghan coming in was that the taxpayers don't have to keep her up. Well, we all know that didn't happen. The taxpayers definitely are keeping her up. She's getting that fancy wardrobe somewhere. So their numbers are plummeting really quick. And by them making it look like she's back in the royal family against the wall, they look more attainable, more friendly, like more normal, is what I've been told. The whole royal family, by allowing Meghan to get away with what she's getting away with and all of this stuff out in the news, which is BS. A lot of it's just not true. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. I've also been told that the surrogate that George Clooney and Amal used is absolutely the one that Meghan and Harry are using. And it makes perfect sense. That's the entire reason this foursome was even hanging out so close right after the wedding, they were so tight, thick as thieves, really. And I believe that that's the truth. They're using the surrogate that the Clooneys used. And the Clooneys also, I wanted to say, they have been adamant that she gave birth to these twins. Please, the woman didn't gain an ounce. They had the rarest type of twins, which is a male and a female. And that's probably the biggest she ever got right there. So her being a stick to begin with, not gaining an ounce, and pregnant with twins just doesn't make sense. That, you know what I mean? I mean, you can almost see the apparatus around her waist in several pictures. So I know in my heart she used a surrogate. And that's exactly the reason why they're ushering Meghan in and out on the sly and, all of this sneaky stuff. And they're allowing the media to report that she's backed the family into a corner against the wall and demanding things. But you can see she went to a college. I don't know if she was a keynote speaker or she was having a roundtable discussion. But a couple of days ago, there's a couple of pictures of her at the college in London giving this, partaking of whatever they were doing. She clearly doesn't look pregnant. There's nothing changed about her at all whatsoever. And then either that evening or the very next day, she's at the Strabonese Carolyn event and she's out to here pregnant. It doesn't make sense. Yet you can see in the car on the way to the Strabonese event, where she's as big as a beach ball, her face is slimmer than it's ever been. So that's the reason for the headline that's all over the place today, saying that she screamed at the Queen, that she's having a home birth, whether she likes it or not. And I believe the reason they're allowing that to be out there and published is because this is probably a high-profile surrogate, not the one typically used, and they don't want to take the risk of her going to the hospital and, going through the motions or whatever they do, and maybe this person's identity released, because no matter how much you pad somebody's pocket, it's going to be let out of the bag. It always does. It might take a minute to come on out, but it'll be out. And that's the reason, A, the home birth will definitely happen, and B, the Queen is allowing her to look like a marshmallow, being everybody taking orders from Meghan and her getting away with murder. Well, she doesn't understand what, she keeps pushing her luck. The tables might flip real quick, and it might get real quick. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to throw that out there and tell you what I found. And I'll see you real soon, and we'll talk real fast. You guys stay safe and be blessed.